Okay, next project. We've got a 16 by 8 foot covered deck. Full tear out except for the roof. Roof's good shape, it's gonna stay. It's actually not, as far as rot wise, it's not that bad, but this is our corner post. That is a 2x6 and a 2x4 nailed together as a corner post. Then we got a 2x4 post right there, and you can kind of see how much fall we've got. We've got about 2.5 inches between the joist and the block here to nothing. So the decking boards are kind of shape. All the joists are not done. I mean, they're 2x6 joists. I mean, who knows when this thing was built. Taking out all these gaudy handrails, redoing those stairs. So should look pretty good. We'll start demoing today though. I don't think it should take us but a couple days. All right, so we got decking boards and handrails demoed, lattice and everything. If we can tear the stairs off. All materials here. We're gonna put our temporary posts in, and then go ahead and start tearing the rest of the deck off, and then we'll kind of assess where we need to go from there. Grab some 2x8 joists, and we're gonna make some temporary poles, set our tent poles up, and then we can tear out the rest of everything. All right, we got her braced up. Gives us plenty enough room to work. They're all braced together. It's actually really sturdy, so, but if you wanna do some proper bracing, that's how you do it right there. So I'm gonna start knocking out some of these previous posts and see what happens. All right, so completely down. What we're gonna do is our center post has got to come all the way to the ground. So we're gonna take these couple blocks out to put our pier here. Same thing over there, pier right there. This wall, you might can tell, it's leaned out like this. So what we're gonna do is, it's not that important to really have these last three. So we're gonna, from this grout joint up, mortar joint, we're gonna take all those coarse block down, and then we're gonna take the grinder or whatever, and we're gonna cut down to the edge of this block down here, set our post, do concrete down in here, set our post on top of that block. So we've still got a retaining wall right here, but it's not like being all ugly and leaned out, and I'm not putting my post on top of that like the other one was. So I think that'll work better. All right, we got the face of this block is cut off. We've got concrete poured in these coarser block, plus down in that one. That footer's poured, that footer's poured. We'll go ahead and do our band and clean up a little bit. I'll be back in the morning, go ahead and set our posts, have the framing. We can get the framing done tomorrow and everything, and maybe get some decking boards on. Well, that's one post in. We're anchored, we're screwed in, we're screwing at the top. We're gonna go ahead and probably need to do that corner one first, so we can run a string line on this one. But we'll get it relative the same with this one, and go ahead and mount that one. So we had our post in here, but I cut it a little bit tight. So then a little leverage in here and push down on it, lifts it up here, and then lets all the pressure off. Pretty nifty. All right, last one going in, being a little bit of a bear, so just push down on her a little bit more. Bam. All right, so we've got all of our outer double bands on. Everything's nice and straight and level. We actually like to miter or bevel our outer band corners, and then of course do our lags. Minimal breaks as possible. I'll do all my screws from the inside so it looks good. Pretty slick. So we're gonna start putting in joists. All right, so we've got all the joists in. We gotta do a little bit of blocking. And then we're gonna get started on throwing these decking boards on. We got some decking boards down. We've got all of our joists marked out, and we're pulling a string line on each joist. So we don't have no chalk lines, and so there's at least a nice straight screw line. We're going to mark this out and do our 2-inch picture frame trim on the outside of this. Just like this side. So as soon as we get all these screwed down, we will working on stringers, last decking board. Oh, woo! Just need a little bit right there in that middle. Woo! Look there. Well, technically not the last one. We still got a little 2-inch strip to do to match these, but that's a deck. All right, I got to do a little bit of work to my treads. I miscalculated my treads, but we got steps. We got finished deck. What we're doing with our handrails, we got bull panel, pig panel, whatever you want to call it. 2x6, 2x6, and then we got 2x4 frame on the inside that will rip in half. Secure the outside one, put the panel in, and then secure the inside frame. And then boom. All right, so we've got posts down. We've got this one framed out. That one over there is about ready. So we're gonna start putting the rest of the handrails on and then start framing them out. So we've got our bottom, got our top. This is where the bull panel is gonna sit at. It's not fastened yet. We'll push it in there and put that in, fasten it, and then boom. It's looking really good. Good way to save some money.
Almost gonna figure out a way to stand them up too.
Yeah, because we bought the galvanized, because the black is like $50 a panel more expensive, and of course we're painting it. But if you stack them in such a way where you can get 3 in 1 spray, they spray a lot better and you waste a lot less paint. Some people use a grinder, but the bolt cutters work really good. Would you say it was 76.5? So if they're nice and dry, what we done is when we made our picture frames, we just made it to the actual width of this, so we ain't got to rip it. Then we're just cutting our length and just throwing it in there, so it's real nice and easy installed. But it's, I mean, you can't even see it from here. That's what I like about it, but it's looking really good. So kind of forgot to record, but we've got this painted. We basically just put it up here and just cut it with the bolt cutters all the way around and sandwiched it with the trim. Pretty slick. We got some things to button up here and there. We got a little bit of vinyl to fix up. I'm probably just gonna do all new vinyl under here. Got to hook up the downspout on that side. This side's good, just needs a strap. But this is what we're looking at. Everything real nice, square. Hog panels turned out really nice. Steps good, decking boards and everything's nice and uniform. This was pretty much, well, I mean, really it was only about 4 days, 3.5 really, because heck, we left early yesterday, so about 3.5 days worth from demo to this. So pretty good little project, and hopefully get a bunch more like that.